You know, we've hunted some of these leases now in Southwest Texas for nearly 20 years. So when we spend a lot of time in the same setups, a lot of times it's based on the winds and past history. But every now and then we find something new that we get pretty excited about. You know, this little ridge right here, you've got a dry creek on this side, and we actually have water in this creek over here at various places. And it's just a ridge, so it's a natural corridor for a lot of these deer. You can see there's old rubs, there's new rubs all up and down through here. Some of these are axis. You know, this part of Texas has a lot of free range and axis. I'd be willing to bet this is probably an axis, the way they thrash some of these trees right here, but some of these are gonna be whitetail. You can follow this trail around, you can see the droppings all through here. There's, you know, acorns back through a lot of this country as well. Here's another scrape right here. You can see that where they've been thrashing it, we're right in the middle of the whitetail rut. There's a good rub right through there. So all of this country they're bedding, they're feeding. I mean, look at this scrape right here. There's another one right there. There's scrapes all around it. And this is what we've done right here is we've taken an old cottonseed feeder that's right here. We've got a stealth cam on it, and that's all we're using. It's a free choice deal that we use at certain times of the year. And we've got our stands are they're probably 50 yards where we're standing right now, 32 to 35 around that cottonseed feeder. And we've got 2 muddy tripods up there. Jeff and I are gonna set up there. We've got good cloudy, rainy days coming, and we're gonna, you know, just sit here and see what comes in. When you look at the stealth cams, there's probably a dozen different whitetail that are coming through here, and occasionally even some pigs. So this is a pretty target-rich environment that we'll have a lot of fun, even if we don't find one that makes our heart go pitter-patter and makes us want to shoot him. Jeff's favorite stinky stuff. The magic concoction. So we've got a mix here of VS1. I think it is by far and away the most powerful doe and estrus scent that you can get. I mean, it's derived straight from a doe. It's taken out of a doe in heat. They keep it cold to keep it fresh. When I use it, I like to deploy it in the stink stick. I like to use the little fiberglass wicks that go inside those. I pour it in. I keep it closed until I'm ready to use it because, I mean, you can smell it immediately upon use. I mean, if you've smelled a doe in heat in the field before, you immediately know what you're dealing with. And then when I deploy this, I just basically go and I'll hang this on a tree or in the blind with me, depending on where I'm hunting. Those deer, those bucks will, you know, they'll work right downwind of it into that scent. And they also have it in the vapors, you know, in different other applications that you can use in the wafers. This is just my favorite because I just think it is the most potent that I've ever used. I mean, honestly, my best shot's right here. No, but there, look at that scrape.
Yeah.
That's fresh.
Oh, they'll get in here on it, I would think. Yeah. Wouldn't you?
Let's spend some time now with Wade and Jeff on how they set up a spot to get video and hopefully a shot in their new stand.
Yeah, because that's a perfect shot for me. I feel like I can sit right here and I can make a 40-yard shot pretty good. I can pretty much turn anywhere in here. I mean, I'm gonna hang it here, hang the crossbow here. I would grab it before we would take any shot anyway.
Oh yeah, and that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, that'd give me.
Yeah.
I stand up here and just get like some cutaways. Shoot through that.
I trust that a lot better than going this way. It feels more solid. I mean, it's 32 to the pin. See, I can't shoot to the right side of that road. Now, if we trim that bush out right there, part of it, I could shoot all the way through that. I want to get this one just kind of half set up so when we come in here, we just plop in. I think I'm gonna put my rattling horns up there. I like this spot, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
It just seems like a spot you can sit for a while. Have a good time.
Wade and Jeff are going to set up in the stand for their first hunt. It's early in the rut. Deer are on the move all day, and their plan is to sit all afternoon.
All right, this is a pretty neat setup we've got right here. We've got start with 2 muddy tripods. They're set under this big live oak. And it's kind of on a little rolling ridge. We got a creek on this side and a creek on this side. And it feels right. It's always looked right. We've never done anything up here. And what we have that attracts them to this, not only the live oaks dropping acorns, but in the natural bedding areas, there's a cottonseed feeder right here in front of us as well that we've been keeping cottonseed in. We've had a stealth cam on it for a long time. It's shown a lot of different whitetail as well. So pretty target-rich environment. And most of these whitetails, I don't have a lot of experience with. I haven't never seen most of them, so the conditions are finally right for us to get in here. We've got a cloudy day. The wind's hitting us right in the face. It is prime time in the rut. And look at that. We hadn't even gotten in the stand. There's already a bird coming through. Oh, he busted us. Young 8-point. I'd say it's a pretty good omen as far as what we got set up right here. The rut is in full force. There's scrapes everywhere. There are rubs everywhere. You can see that deer's honks. They are trolling. They're on their feet. I mean, it's 2:38. We thought we were getting here as early as we can. Nice little young buck. That deer's fat in the belly. It's the rut. The deer are trolling. They're moving all day. They're moving all night. We really don't know what we're going to see. But if he makes our heart pitter patter, we're probably going to go ahead and fling one at him. See if we can't knock one down, fill the freezer, make some memories. They should be a pretty fun hunt, that's for sure. I love the setup. Of course, I like all deer hunting setups because we're deer hunting. The sun set on that first day, and I mean, we had a great hunt, you know. I mean, hunt's not always judged by killing something. Hunt's judged by having a good time, seeing a lot of deer. I learn something every time I go out, so you're never gonna quit learning. And this was one of those days. We learned, we got a lot better, figured out how to get in and out of this stand a little different, and we were gonna adjust for the next morning. Well, there's one thing for sure, there's not a lot of reason to wait on putting on my rain jacket. It is light misty rain here. As the sun is coming up, it's supposed to get a little bit harder. I was hoping not to have to put it on, but there's not going to be any other choice but to wear it today. Temperature's about 58, wind's blowing east, southeast, northeast. It's kind of moving around a lot, 10 or 15. The deer are rutting. Last night we were in this stand. We saw lots of chasing activity, snort wheezing going on, posturing to fight. Just didn't get a shooter in front of us. Hopefully we'll get something out in front of us today that makes our heart go pitter patter. We're going to rattle. We've got got some doe and heat out. We got raindrops hitting our head. But the excitement level is through the roof. It's gonna be a good hunt, really good hunt. Wind's changed on us. We just got busted big time. Blowing, blowing, blowing. We knew we had some more storms and rain coming in, but now it's kind of blowing down into there. We had some blow at us we didn't even know were there. And that little bug just blew there, so I think that's probably going to wrap up this stand. The wind's going to blow the same for the next 12 to 24 hours, and then it's going to change. We'll probably try to slide back in there when it does and see if we can get lucky then. But it's been a lot of action. We've seen a lot of stuff. We just haven't been able to seal the deal. So we will be back from this stand again at a later time. I love this wind direction. Yesterday it really got kind of bad and we bailed out of here. Today it's blowing right in our face where we're going. We're setting up for the whole day hunt. That's why we're getting in here a little bit late. It's a rutting flat and they are chasing. Now our setup is a 10 Point Nitro 505 and I've got a Garmin Xero on it. I've been a huge believer in the Xero technology, both in my compound bow and my crossbow. It eliminates any doubt of an aiming point. It just gives you a precise point of aim every time you're pulling the trigger. When you use technology to your advantage, some people are for it, and some people aren't, and I'm not here to preach or push any one thing. I'm just here to show you what I like. And with the Xero technology, there's a lot of features in there that just simply, they make you better. And I'm not meaning that, the technology is going to help me kill a deer. It's going to help me fix mistakes that I didn't even know that I was making. Anchor points not hitting consistently on my compound bow. We all preach that. Not being level a lot of times. There's both of the crossbow and the compound bow sides. They help you with those types of things so that you're going to increase your accuracy because every little bit helps. good. We hadn't been in here 15 minutes. Just climbed up in the stand. Did you see the brow tines on that deer? They go up and they go like this. It's so cool, both of them are turned. He's tall, he's chocolate. You can tell he's a little run down from the rut, but he's ours, baby, because we just smoked him. I mean, that was 19 yards. I mean, that's perfect. I was just sitting here and I looked. I knew Jeff didn't even see him because I looked, I wasn't even sure what I was seeing. I saw a little antler move. He kind of eased out there in the Sneesa. And then it took us about, I don't know how long to get into position to get a shot. Because, I mean, we hadn't been here long enough. I hadn't even got all settled in. Whew, I mean, got it done. I love this spot. I mean, this is just your classic Texas type of the Southwest Texas here. With you've got the mesquites, you've got live oaks, we've got a big creek on this side, a wet weather creek here. I mean, they were chasing. We sit up here and watch them go back and forth and back and forth. And when I look at the scouting cameras, I've seen so many pictures of different bucks, and I've never seen that buck in my life. And that's what happens this time of the year. Their range changes. They go roaming. It makes it hard to target one particular deer. But sometimes you get surprises like that. That was a great surprise. And I mean, the Nitro Xero combination. I mean, if you're a crossbow hunter, you want precision accuracy, this is the deal. Whew. Double lunger right there. I love when I make a good shot. I mean, you want to do right by the deer. And man, I'm telling you, I mean, I've shot a lot of deer in my life. I've made bad shots, I've missed, I've made some good shots, but the older I get, I just want to do it right every time. And that was, you know, if I'd have spooked him, he'd have heard me and I couldn't got a shot, that'd been okay. We'd had a great encounter. But on that time, we filled the freezer, we got a good one, and I don't think we'll be tracking very far for that one. That was awesome. Oh, pinpoint accuracy, baby. Oh, Jeff found it over here. He's not telling me where it's hidden. Oh, there it is. Looking for it laying the other way. Man, that is a lot of force to go that far. To go that fast through a deer. You can tell this one is going to be good to probably be used again. Got it right there. You can see a little bit of pinkness right there. I mean, as a total pass through. We looking at the video and how he ran off. It was a pure double lung. I mean, this is going to be one we'll be able to use again. We can actually turn the lighted knock off that fast, that easy. This one's in perfect shape. I like it. Right in there. Starting to open up more. Feel like we ought to see him.
Yep, right in front of you, big pile.
I'm looking for the deer. I think I see him.
Yeah, you got it. Yep.
I was like, they don't go very far with that shot. I'm gonna look 40 yards ahead, and there, I think I see white. Oh. This cool old tree too. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
He's getting better.
He's getting better. Love those brow tines on him. Look at those brow tines. Big old head on him too.
Boy, he's got more mass than I thought he had.
Look at that. That is so cool. Both of them hook in like that. That is really cool like that. That's what I'm talking about. He was running dead the whole way. God, that's a pretty deer. Big old chocolate antlers. He's been rubbing on trees. You can see all the mesquite in there. Good mass all the way through. There's nothing I don't like about this deer. And he is gonna taste just as good as he is pretty. Length, these brow tines. I mean, this one like goes and then goes and turns that way. This one just makes a turn the whole direction. Good mass. This is an older deer. Look at all that. He's probably run down 20, 30 pounds during the rut, covering ground. Golly.
That is awesome.
Great camera work on that one, buddy. We watched the footage back while we were giving him a little bit of time, and that is a perfect over-the-shoulder shot. Include everybody in the whole thing, double lung.
That's cool how the antlers, all these little knots and stuff.
He's got
Some
a
are
lot of-
smooth, some of them are.
He's got a
Where do you
lot of
think
character.
that's from? Is there anything?
I think a lot of that boils down to genetics.
Yeah.
Good nutrition too. I think nutrition plays a role in that because that's all part of antler development.
Yeah.
And you know, we've had a good spring down here. We've got a pretty aggressive feeding program year round, mixing everything in. I mean, this deer's in great shape. You look at how dry it's been in Texas for a long time. This is why you work. Play work, as I call it. What a good deer. When it all comes together, it creates memories, and we'll all share those for a long time. And we'll enjoy that deer on a fishing trip, eating some sausage, on another deer trip where we make some pan sausage. We'll grill his back straps, and I'll have his antlers sitting in the shop that I can look back and we can remember this one because this one was just pure joy and pure fun for everybody.